Welcome back to the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Topoco Lodge. Winter is zipping by. The lodge will be opening for weekends in February, certain weekends in February. Go to topoco.com to find out which ones. You can also book now for all spring, summer. Now's the time to do it. They've got a big river release coming up. That's always a great place to be for the river release. Check out their website. And they're open 9 to 5 in terms of their main lobby there. You can go by, grab a cup of coffee or hot chocolate, sit by the fire, look at the river. It's gorgeous right now. But if you're looking for a spot for a corporate or church retreat in 2019, check with Topoco Lodge. All right, guys, the Lady Vols are currently 12-7, 1-5 in the SEC, and have lost 6 games in a row. I'll make it easy and just say that's the worst run for the Lady Vols since the fall of the Roman Empire. You look at, it's a tournament sport. Things could turn around. We know that. But Holly Warlick survived last season. There were a lot of folks that wanted a change made. She survived, got an extension. If things don't turn around, Phillip Fulmer is your AD. Phillip Fulmer felt wronged to have been pushed out the way he was. Phillip Fulmer has known Holly Warlick for many years, having been over there at the same time. He knows that she, like he, played at Tennessee, bleeds orange, loves it. Push comes to shove this year, will Phillip Fulmer fire Holly Warlick if needed?
I don't know if I would couch it as firing, but I would say if needed, she will not be back.
You would demand a resignation?
Something like that. I mean, he resigned, right?
Yeah, well,
okay. So that's what I'm saying. Depends on how you want to couch it. So I would say, here's what I would say. If they don't turn it around, Holly Warlick will not be back.
Okay.
One way or the other.
No question that Phillip Fulmer will make this move. Okay. To me, that's the only, if this were some other athletic director here, I don't think we're even discussing this. If things don't turn around, that person's gone. I think there's, well, let's put it this way. There were people that wanted to change last year. They didn't get it. I think because of who it is, that makes it tougher. I think that's not going to be easy on him, I don't think.
The buyout structure also is such that she didn't get 100% of it either. So I think that's a part of it too.
I think you brought up some good points about the similarities in their backgrounds, and that he could be sympathetic to that. I've heard from people over there in different areas that he is so locked in on football that I wonder if that gives her a little longer rope.
Okay. Josh, what do you think?
Yeah, I would, I guess, share thoughts there that because of who it is, Phillip Fulmer, and his experience, and if we're talking in the middle of the season, which some fans are asking for, to me, I don't think he or too many people there would see that as necessary. But at the end of the season, if things haven't turned around, the conversation has gotten louder this year, wouldn't you say, than it has the last couple of seasons? And it's been there the last couple of seasons.
Yeah, it's been there for a while.
But I think it's louder now, and as you mentioned, the streak's worse now of what they're going through. So it absolutely has to get better.
Well, and I think you got to look at that program is obviously, as we all know, much bigger than Holly. And if Holly's not getting down, it's out of respect to Pat Summitt and what that program has done. And if it's not living up to, and there'll never be another Pat Summitt. Yeah. But if it's not winning at the level that the Lady Vols should be winning at, you've got to make a change before it becomes a thing where fans just aren't interested anymore.
Which you're getting
kids and recruits aren't interested anymore, and now it's a huge mountain to climb with a much better conference and more competition recruiting for those girls.
I mean, she could actually resign on her own, which is possible.
To be honest, I don't know if we discussed it on air last year or not, but I know I've mentioned it off air. To me, that would have been I think she could have gone out a hero last year if she had said, I don't want to see this fan base torn apart. I don't want to hurt I'm going to walk aside. And Phillip Fulmer would have cut her a nice check. She could have gotten some sort of role in the athletic department. And that all may still happen, but it's not. It'll be viewed differently if it happens now than it would have if she'd fallen on her sword last year. Now, let me also say this. Nobody ever wants to say, yeah, I suck. Everybody always says, wait, give me one more chance. Everybody, it's what we do as human beings. Give me one more chance, I can fix it. So I realize I'm saying it would have been mighty big for her to do that. But I think in hindsight, we'll see if they turn around in the tournament time. But I think in hindsight, that may have been the best solution if she had walked out on her own last year rather than having to do it this year at gunpoint, if that's what it comes to. I tell you what, we will move on from that discussion. And when we come back, I want to talk about Tennessee running in the red. The athletic department budget, they're back under with all their buyouts. At the same time, they're spending a lot of green. Can they buy themselves out of a hole? And could they wind up in a deeper hole if this doesn't work out? We'll discuss. Come on back on the Sports Source.